For the longest time, Washington was notorious for having a revolving door at the quarterback position. In just the last 5 years, they've had 11 different quarterbacks start for them. Imagine working at a company where in the span of 5 years, they've had 11 different people come and go at the same position. In the case of the Washington Commanders, exceptional quarterback play is not exactly something that has come consistently. Whether it was Sam Howell, Carson Wentz, or Taylor Heineke, there's a reason the Commanders were flying through quarterbacks. So when the 2024 draft was on the horizon and the Commanders were rumored to be interested in LSU's Jayden Daniels, his ability to play quarterback was almost completely dismissed because most of us just assumed he was going to be another bust that Washington was going to draft. However, the common verdict on Jayden Daniels' game heading into the draft was how great of a dual threat quarterback he was, how good his deep ball was, but maybe he was just a product of LSU's system. With all that being said though, the Commanders wanted Jayden Daniels to be their new franchise quarterback, and so with the second overall pick, that's exactly who they drafted. The crazy part is, even as a second overall pick, no one would have guessed just how much of a stud he was about to be.
Quick pass, caught in the end zone. It's Terry McLaurin. Touchdown!
Throw it here. If he pops out, give it to him. Here it is. To the end zone. It is caught.
Looking that way, the throw. And Terry McLaurin has his second touchdown catch of the day. Oh, it's blocked. Jayden Daniels to the end zone. And he's got a touchdown. Jayden Daniels scanning, throwing, end zone. Touchdown! Washington, McLaurin.
The timing was to perfection. Really big part. Second and goal from 6 yards away. Daniels back of the end zone. McLaurin has it for the Washington touchdown. Right over the top of Marcus Williams.
For this life I cannot change. In the hills, deep off in the main.
September 8th rolled around, which marked the start of the 2024 NFL season and Jayden Daniels' first start as an NFL quarterback. The Commanders were in Tampa to play the Bucs, and Baker Mayfield ended up throwing a party on Washington's defense. On the other hand, Jayden Daniels threw for 184 yards, ran for another 88, 2 rushing touchdowns, and was sacked twice. This game would result in a 37-20 loss for the Commanders. September 15th would feature the Commanders hosting the Giants, where Jayden Daniels would take a step in the right direction. He threw for 226 yards, ran for 44, and was sacked 5 times. His QBR went up from 34.3 to 43. Washington would beat New York by a score of 21-18. Now, week 3 contained a Monday Night Football doubleheader. The Bills against the Jaguars and the Commanders going to Cincinnati to play the Bengals. This Monday night game would be Jayden Daniels' coming out party.
Cause I know they wild. I wouldn't lie to you, yeah. No, I've been inside of you, yeah. You've been too all in my hair. You've been too all in my ear. You crashing out over a tree. I don't even know how to stare, but I don't know what to believe. Yeah, I don't even know how to care. I wanted you, but that was.
The Commanders would defeat the Bengals in a shootout by a score of 38-33. Daniels had a stat line of 254 passing yards, 39 rushing, 2 passing touchdowns, and 1 rushing touchdown. It was quite clear that Washington had found their franchise quarterback, and he was ready for liftoff. Week 4, the Commanders went to Arizona, where they put on a clinic against the Cardinals. They beat them to a tune of 42-14, with Jayden Daniels throwing for 233 yards, running for 47 yards, throwing 1 touchdown, and running for 1 more. After Washington's 3rd straight win, they hosted the Browns. Daniels threw for 238 yards, ran for 82, and threw 1 touchdown. The Commanders rolled through their 4th consecutive win by a score of 34-13. In that 3-game window, the Commanders were scoring an average of 38 points a game. Week 5 would feature the Commanders going to Baltimore, where the Ravens would snap their win streak by a score of 30-23. Jayden Daniels threw for 269 yards, 2 touchdowns, and only 22 rushing yards. He was also sacked 3 times. It would be the first loss for Washington in a month. The next Sunday, the Commanders would host the Panthers, and Jayden Daniels left the game early due to a rib injury. Marcus Mariota stepped in, and Washington beat the brakes off Carolina by a score of 40-7. On October 27th, the Bears went to Washington to take on the Commanders. The 2-star rookie quarterbacks were about to face off. Washington's defense would stifle Caleb Williams, holding him to just 131 passing yards. Jayden Daniels threw for 326 yards and 1 touchdown. That 1 touchdown came on a last-second Hail Mary to Noah Brown.
It's going to be getting longer by the second. You're all the way back at the 30-yard line. Now you can step into it. Here comes the Hail Mary with the game on the line. And the ball is caught! Caught! It's a miracle!
Unreal. Just last week, the Commanders played the Giants for the 2nd time of the season, where they won 27-22. Jayden Daniels threw for 209 yards, ran for 35, and 2 touchdowns. Now, something that's worth noting is that throughout these 9 games, Jayden Daniels has only thrown 2 interceptions and fumbled the ball 3 times. All of those fumbles came in week 1 against the Bucs. So now that we have about half a season's worth of numbers on Jayden Daniels, how does his first half of the season compare to his peers? I looked into the stats of the other rookie quarterbacks that were drafted in the first round of this year's draft. Don't worry, you guys can thank me later in the comments. Don't even worry about it, it's all right. Out of the 6 quarterbacks that were taken in the first round, we're only going to compare the quarterbacks that have started a minimum of 4 games this year. This leaves us with just 3 other quarterbacks: Caleb Williams, Bo Nix, and Drake May just barely makes this cut. Here's what these 4 QBs have put up so far during their rookie seasons. As you can see, Jayden Daniels is playing noticeably better than his peers. Most notable would be Caleb Williams, who most definitely has a better supporting cast than Jayden Daniels does. This got me thinking, how does Jayden stack up against the top quarterbacks in the rest of the NFL? Well, he currently has the 13th most passing yards in the NFL. All of this just goes to show that the Commanders didn't just find a good quarterback for their standards. They may have one of the best quarterbacks in the entire league, and as of right now, should undoubtedly be the 2024 Rookie of the Year. I mean, Commanders fans cannot be happier with this dude. Looking into the future a bit, the Commanders have the Steelers this Sunday, which by the time this video is out, you guys already know the outcome. But hey, maybe I can make a last-second change. Future Jalen, did this game fit our narrative?
It did not. Also, change in environment, but I'm on a walk, so y'all just have to bear with it. Steelers beat the Commanders by a point. Jayden played okay, no touchdowns thrown, was sacked 3 times, really little to no rushing activity from him. Did throw for over 200 yards, but not much going on. Also, little update for you guys as of the actual recording of this video. I know I said he was like the 13th leading passer in the NFL. Now he's the 11th. Just thought I'd pass that in there. Anyway, back to you, pass Jalen.
Oh, he's so smart and still needs a haircut.
No, we got that taken care of.
But after the Steelers, here's the remaining schedule for the Commanders. It's not very difficult. In fact, it's one of the easiest second half schedules in the entire NFL, meaning that we will probably be seeing Jayden Daniels in the playoffs during his rookie year, which is not all that common. So what do you think about Jayden Daniels? Do you think he'll win Rookie of the Year? Let us know in the comments below. Hopefully we can get a good, healthy discussion going. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and also subscribe to the channel. That way you can keep up with all the new videos that come out here, in addition to our weekly podcasts, which we live stream right here on this channel every Wednesday night. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Those are linked down in the description below alongside our Discord. I'll see you all in the next one. However, the common verdict on Jayden Daniels. All right, there we go. I looked into the stats of the other rookie QB. Well, he currently has the 13th most passing yards in the NFL and a completion Well, he currently has it. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace. That's not peace. Bam, bam, bam.
Can't keep it low, you know if I was not there. Told my bitch I went there just for